Never keep money in these 7 places in your house. It attracts poverty and bad luck. Buddhist wisdom. Money, like water, must flow freely to nourish your life. As the Buddha once said, the root of suffering is attachment. And sometimes we unknowingly hold on to our money in ways that block its natural flow, attracting poverty instead of abundance. Did you know that the places where you keep your money can affect your financial health? Without realizing it, you may be storing your savings in locations that not only fail to invite prosperity, but actually attract bad luck and scarcity. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 key places in your home that, according to Buddhist wisdom, could be preventing the flow of wealth and well-being into your life. But that's not all. I'll also share real-life stories that show just how these seemingly innocent spots can bring unexpected financial obstacles. Stay with me until the end, because what you'll learn today could change your entire perspective on money management. By making a few simple adjustments to how and where you store your money, you could unlock new pathways to prosperity and invite good fortune into your life. Place number 1. In a broken or worn-out wallet. The story of Gail and the elderly man serves as a powerful reminder that how we treat our possessions, especially something as seemingly trivial as a wallet, can reflect deeper aspects of our mindset and relationship with abundance. In Buddhism, the idea that everything has energy is central to understanding how our environment influences our inner world and our fortunes. As the old man pointed out, a worn-out or broken wallet is more than just a physical object. It is a metaphor for how we treat the flow of prosperity in our lives. Just as we wouldn't invite an important guest into a neglected and run-down home, expecting money to come into a tattered wallet reflects a lack of respect for financial well-being. The old man's advice to Gail emphasizes the importance of treating our material possessions with care, not because money is the ultimate goal, but because how we handle money is symbolic of how we handle the gifts life brings us. As the Buddha once said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This concept is woven into the very fabric of how we view our lives and our possessions. Gail's realization after his encounter with the old man led to more than just buying a new wallet. It was a turning point in his life where he began to appreciate the energy behind money and its flow. Money, in this context, is not just a tool for survival, but a reflection of gratitude and respect for what we already have. By caring for his new wallet, Gail didn't just change an object, he changed his perspective. He began to see money as something that comes and goes, like a river's flow, rather than something that slips away from his grasp. This is a key principle not only in Buddhism, but in modern life, where our attitudes toward money can shape our reality. If we treat our finances with neglect, we invite instability. But if we approach money with mindfulness and respect, we cultivate a mindset that attracts abundance. This lesson speaks to all of us today, in a world where materialism often overshadows the spiritual connection we can have with even the smallest of things. Whether it's a wallet, a home, or our daily habits, the way we care for our possessions reflects our inner state. By keeping our surroundings clean, organized, and well-maintained, we create an environment that allows prosperity to thrive. The famous Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself." In the same way, we must accept that we deserve abundance, and caring for our material objects is one small but significant way to manifest this self-respect. So, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Is there something worn out or neglected that represents a blockage to your prosperity? Perhaps it's time to replace that wallet or tidy up the cluttered spaces in your home. The physical state of your belongings mirrors your mental state. Just as Gail's financial situation improved when he started respecting his wallet, you too might find that by making small, mindful changes, you can attract more abundance into your life. Prosperity isn't just about having more money, but about cultivating a mindset that welcomes the flow of wealth, gratitude, and blessings. If you change your habits today, as Gail did, you might notice how the energy around you shifts, opening doors to new opportunities and a more abundant future. In conclusion, where you store your money and how you treat your possessions can have a profound impact on your relationship with prosperity. By making these simple changes, you align yourself with the positive energy that allows abundance to flow into your life. As the Buddha taught, our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. If you nurture a mindset of respect, gratitude, and care for the things around you, including your finances, you set the stage for wealth and good fortune to enter your life. So, what will you change today to welcome more prosperity into your home? Remember, the smallest shifts can lead to the greatest transformations. Place number 2. Under the refrigerator. Let's talk about a common mistake many people make when it comes to storing their money. Keeping it in places where energy can't flow. Take Asma's story, for example. She was always very careful with her finances, thinking that if she saved her money in hidden places, it would remain safe. But despite her efforts, she noticed her savings seemed to disappear or become difficult to manage. One day, while cleaning, she moved her refrigerator to sweep behind it and found a dusty old envelope crushed under the heavy appliance. To her surprise, it contained money she had hidden years ago, thinking it was a secure spot. In that moment, Asma realized something deeper. By hiding her money in such a stagnant place, she was treating her wealth as something to be buried and forgotten, rather than something to nurture and grow. This story holds a powerful lesson. Think about the symbolism. Large, heavy appliances like refrigerators represent stagnation, immobility, and even heaviness in life. When you hide your money under them, it's like burying your financial potential under a weight that prevents it from growing. Even if you think your money is secure, if it's placed in areas where energy cannot move freely, it's as though you are blocking the flow of abundance into your life. Money, much like anything else in life, needs space, light, and energy to expand. When it's kept in dark, cramped places, its potential to grow diminishes. Have you ever wondered if where you're keeping your money is affecting its ability to work for you? Instead of stashing your savings in places where they become stagnant, consider Asma's transformation. After discovering the money, she cleaned it and decided to store it in a more open, visible place, allowing energy to move around it freely. But beyond just moving her savings, she also changed her mindset about money. She stopped fearing loss and started treating her finances with respect, viewing them as a part of her life that should be allowed to grow rather than something to hide away out of fear. So, ask yourself, are you keeping your money in places where energy can flow freely, or are you burying it under the weight of immobility and fear? It's not just about the physical location of your money, but also about your attitude towards it. Like a plant, your finances need care, attention, and the right environment to flourish. Don't hide your wealth in places where it becomes forgotten or stagnant. Find a space that encourages openness and movement, and watch as the energy of abundance flows more easily into your life. The key takeaway here is simple. Prosperity thrives in openness and growth, not in darkness or fear. Let your money breathe, and it will serve you better. Place number 3, the bathroom. Let me share a story that reveals why keeping money in the bathroom can actually attract financial hardship instead of prosperity. Years ago, in a small, peaceful village, there lived a wise man named Tenzing. Known for his deep understanding of life's energy and how it flows, Tenzing often helped villagers find balance and clarity in their lives. One day, a young woman named Salka came to him, desperate for guidance. She had been facing serious financial troubles and had heard of an old trick that promised to bring good fortune, storing money in the bathroom. Hoping this would change her luck, she tucked small amounts of money in a bathroom drawer, expecting her financial difficulties to vanish. At first, Salka believed she was on the right path, but as time passed, her financial problems only seemed to deepen. Worried and confused, she returned to Tenzing to seek his wisdom. Patiently, Tenzing listened to her story, then invited her to the bathroom where she had been keeping her money. Once there, Tenzing examined the space quietly before offering his gentle yet profound advice. "Salka," he began, "the bathroom is a place of purification. It's where we cleanse ourselves, letting go of what we no longer need. The water that flows here symbolizes the elimination of waste. When you store money in this environment, you are, in essence, placing your wealth in a space designed for things to be discarded." Buddhist teachings remind us that money, like all things, is energy. And energy must be treated with care if we want it to flourish. Just as a garden needs sunlight and nurturing soil to grow, so too does money need an environment of respect and attention. The bathroom, while essential for cleaning, is a place where things are flushed away, both literally and symbolically. Tenzing demonstrated this by pouring a bowl of water down the drain. "Think of your money like this water," he said. "When you leave it in a place associated with waste and elimination, it risks being swept away. If you want your finances to grow, you must place them in a space that reflects abundance, not one that encourages loss." Salka was deeply moved by Tenzing's wisdom. She realized that her practice of storing money in the bathroom had been working against her intentions. From that day forward, she made a change. She moved her money to a secure box in a well-lit and organized area of her home, one that symbolized care and prosperity. She also began to treat her financial life with greater respect, paying attention to how she managed her resources. With time, Salka noticed a remarkable shift. Her financial situation improved, and she no longer felt trapped by her money problems. The energy of abundance began to flow more naturally into her life, all because she had learned the importance of where and how she kept her money. As the wise Tenzing had explained, the bathroom is a place of elimination, not accumulation. If you want your wealth to thrive, you must give it a home where it can grow, not where it risks being lost. So, the next time you think about where you store your money, ask yourself, is this a place that reflects care, respect, and abundance? Or is it a space of disregard and waste? If we think of our money as valuable energy, then we must place it in an environment that allows it to flourish. Choose wisely and watch how your financial well-being blossoms when it's treated with the same care you give to the things you cherish most in life. If you've watched up to this point, you're already taking the first step to protecting your home and finances with these powerful insights. Comment below with the ideal place to keep money to affirm your commitment to keeping poverty and bad luck at bay. Don't leave just yet. There are more valuable tips ahead that could transform the energy in your home and attract prosperity. Stay until the end to unlock all the secrets to a more fortunate and abundant life. Place number 4, kitchen drawers. One of the most common mistakes people make when it comes to money is storing it in a kitchen drawer. While the kitchen is the heart of the home, a place where nourishment and transformation occur, the drawer within it tells a different story. These drawers, often filled with random objects, utensils, and papers, become cluttered spaces that reflect chaos, not prosperity. In Buddhist teachings, energy flows best in places of order and balance, and just as our minds need clarity for wisdom to arise, so too does money need a space that reflects harmony for it to grow. A disorganized kitchen drawer, overflowing with bits and pieces of daily life, traps energy in a chaotic mess. It's not just about the physical space being cluttered, but the symbolism behind it. A confused and chaotic environment represents a confused relationship with money. When you treat money like just another item mixed in with forgotten objects, you send a message that it's not valuable or deserving of special care. Buddha once said, "Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart give yourself to it." Similarly, when it comes to wealth and abundance, you need to treat your money with respect and intention. Imagine your money as a form of energy that flows into your life. This energy, like water, needs a clear and structured path to move forward. By storing money in a disorganized drawer, you are essentially damming the flow, trapping that energy in a stagnant place. The clutter in that drawer represents distractions and forgotten priorities, blocking the free movement of wealth and creating barriers to prosperity. In today's fast-paced world, many of us struggle to maintain order in our homes and lives, and this disorganization often extends to how we handle our finances. With all the bills, receipts, and other everyday items we deal with, it's easy to fall into the habit of treating money as just another object to store away. However, this approach can reflect and reinforce deeper issues, such as how we view wealth and abundance. Instead of seeing money as something valuable, we treat it casually, which in turn can create a sense of scarcity. Just like we strive for mental clarity through mindfulness practices, we must also create a physical environment that reflects care and attention when it comes to our finances. The way you store your money reflects how you respect and honor it. Rather than tucking it away in a kitchen drawer, choose a space that is organized, clean, and free from distractions. A safe box, a dedicated folder, or a well-organized space for important documents ensures that your money is kept with intention. Such a space allows energy to flow freely, creating an environment that invites abundance rather than pushing it away. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day." Clear away the clutter in your life, starting with your money, and you'll find that prosperity follows where harmony and order exist. By choosing to store your money in a place of peace and clarity, you are inviting positive energy and financial growth into your life. Place number 5, the storage room or basement. Let me share with you a powerful story that illustrates why keeping money in places like storage rooms or basements might unknowingly block your prosperity and prevent financial growth. In a small mountain village lived a hard-working man named Luden, who was always diligent in his efforts but never seemed to hold on to his money for long. No matter how much he earned, it vanished quickly, leaving him in a cycle of financial struggle. Frustrated, Luden sought advice from Master Sen, a wise Buddhist sage known for his teachings on energy and abundance. Luden explained his situation, hoping to uncover the root cause of his constant financial troubles. Master Sen listened attentively and asked a simple question. "Where do you keep your money at home?" Luden, feeling a bit ashamed, admitted that he stored his money in the basement, hidden in a box among piles of forgotten and unused objects. Master Sen smiled gently and said, "Let's visit your home together." Upon arriving at Luden's house, they descended into the basement, a place filled with darkness, dust, and old, broken things. The air was thick and heavy, and the atmosphere felt lifeless. Standing in the center of the basement, Master Sen said, "This space is filled with things that no longer serve you, objects left behind, untouched and forgotten. The energy here is stagnant, and just like these unused items, your money is trapped in this lifeless environment." Surprised, Luden asked, "But Master, isn't it safer to keep my money hidden here, away from prying eyes?" The sage responded with wisdom. Money is not just a physical object, it is a form of energy. And energy, like all things in life, must flow freely. By hiding your money in a place like this, surrounded by forgotten and stagnant energy, you are also stifling the flow of prosperity in your life. You see, everything here is a reflection of the past, and your money is caught in this energy of inactivity. Master Sen then lifted the box where Luden kept his money. It was covered in dust, a symbol of how long it had been untouched. This money, like these objects, has been forgotten, its energy blocked. If you want your prosperity to grow, you must keep your money in a place filled with light, movement, and life. This struck Luden deeply. He began to understand that his financial difficulties were not just due to external circumstances, but were also tied to the energy of his home and how he treated his resources. Determined to make a change, Luden cleaned his basement, got rid of things he no longer needed, and most importantly, moved his money to a brighter, more vibrant area of his home, where it could be treated with care and respect. Over time, Luden noticed a shift in his financial life. While it didn't happen instantly, his situation gradually improved as he allowed the energy of prosperity to flow more freely in his home. His money stayed with him longer, and opportunities that had once felt distant began to appear. So, ask yourself, where do you keep your money? Is it in a place where energy flows freely, or is it trapped in a forgotten corner of your home? The way we store our money is more than just about physical safety. It's about how we nurture the flow of prosperity in our lives. If you want to attract abundance, ensure your money resides in a space filled with life, light, and vitality, because this will reflect how you welcome and value prosperity in your world. Place number 6. Under the bed. Let me share with you a story that may change how you think about the energy in your home and how it affects your financial life. There was once a woman named Salka who lived in a small village nestled in the mountains. Salka worked hard every day, saving every penny she could, hoping to improve her circumstances. She was known for being thrifty, and though she didn't earn much, she had a deep desire to build a better future. Yet, no matter how much she saved, unexpected expenses always seemed to arise, leaving her with a constant feeling of financial struggle. From home repairs to sudden emergencies, it seemed like money was slipping through her fingers. She couldn't understand why. Salka had been keeping her savings hidden in what she believed was a safe and secure spot, under her bed. She thought that having it close while she slept would keep it safe. One day, however, she decided to visit a wise Buddhist nun who lived nearby. The nun was known in the village for her deep understanding of how energies in the home can affect every aspect of life, including prosperity. After listening patiently to Salka's concerns, the nun asked a simple but profound question. "Where do you keep your money?" Salka, a bit puzzled, replied, "Under my bed. I thought that by keeping it near me, it would be protected." The nun smiled gently and said, "I see, but do you know what happens to the energy under your bed? It is a place of stillness and rest, where the energy becomes stagnant. Just as your body rests when you sleep, the energy in that space is inactive. By keeping your money there, you are trapping it in that stillness, preventing it from flowing freely in your life." Salka was intrigued but still confused. "Money is like water," the nun continued. "It needs to flow, to move. When you store it in places filled with inactive energy, you block its natural movement. This is why, despite your efforts, you always feel like your money is slipping away. The nun then asked Salka to look under her bed, where she not only found her savings, but also piles of forgotten items, dusty and disorganized. The space was cluttered, a perfect symbol of stagnation. How can prosperity flow into your life when you keep it trapped in such a place? The nun asked. Salka began to see the connection between the physical space and the flow of energy in her life. She realized that the clutter and stillness under her bed were mirroring her financial struggles. The nun's advice was simple yet profound. Clear the space, not just your money, but everything else you've stored under there. Create room for energy to move, and you'll see how the flow of prosperity will gradually return to your life. Salka took the nun's words to heart. She cleaned the space under her bed, removed her money, and made sure that area was free of any stagnant energy. Little by little, she began to notice subtle changes in her life. Opportunities started to appear, and for the first time in years, she felt a sense of financial stability and peace. It wasn't an overnight transformation, but there was a steady improvement in her situation, as if her life had found a new rhythm. The lesson Salka learned is one that we can all apply to our own lives. The spaces we keep our money in, whether under the bed, in old boxes, or hidden away in drawers, reflect how energy flows in our lives. If money is kept in places where energy is stagnant, it too will become stagnant. But when we allow it to be in spaces filled with active, moving energy, we invite prosperity to flow freely. As the Buddha said, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. So I ask you, where do you keep your money? Is it in a place where energy flows, or is it trapped in a space of stillness and inactivity? Reflect on this, and you may discover a simple yet powerful way to improve the flow of prosperity in your own life. Place number 7, old clothes or pockets. In life, the way we treat our possessions, including money, reflects our relationship with abundance and prosperity. A story about the monk Tenzing and his forgotten coins highlights this profound truth. Tenzing lived a life of simplicity and meditation, always wearing his old master's robe, which held sentimental value. One day he found a bag of forgotten coins in the robe's pocket, coins that had once been bright, but now were tarnished by neglect. When Tenzing shared this with his spiritual master, the elder explained that these forgotten coins symbolized his neglect of prosperity. Money is living energy, the elder said, and like everything in the universe, it responds to the care and respect we show it. By storing the coins in an old, unused garment, Tenzing had unconsciously disconnected from the energy of wealth, signaling to the universe that he did not value it. This neglect not only affected the state of the coins, but also his relationship with abundance. This story teaches us a valuable lesson about how we handle money in our lives. Just as Tenzing learned that money needs respect, attention, and a proper place to thrive, we too must be mindful of where and how we keep our financial resources. Keeping money in old clothes or pockets, for example, might seem convenient, but it symbolizes a lack of attention and care. In the same way, leaving our money in places that are forgotten or neglected sends a message to the universe that we are not mindful of our prosperity. As Buddha once said, "What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create." This wisdom reminds us that our thoughts and actions shape our reality. If we treat money carelessly, it may slip away from us as easily as we neglect it. In modern life, it's easy to overlook these small details, especially when we're caught up in the daily grind. However, taking small steps to organize our finances, such as ensuring that our money is stored in a clean, organized space, can make a significant difference in how we experience abundance. Just as Tenzing found a new, open, sunlit space to store his coins, we too can cultivate an environment of respect for our resources. This doesn't mean becoming obsessed with material wealth, but rather recognizing that everything, including money, is a form of energy that needs to flow and be honored. Storing money in respectful, intentional places creates a connection between us and the wealth we hope to grow. Furthermore, by being mindful of how we handle our financial resources, we can foster a healthier relationship with money. As the elder in the story pointed out, neglecting money in forgotten places reflects a disconnection from our own prosperity. In today's world, many people struggle with their finances, not because of a lack of income, but because of a lack of awareness and care. By shifting our mindset and treating money with respect, whether by organizing it properly, keeping track of our expenses, or simply being more conscious of where we place it, we can begin to attract more abundance into our lives. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough." In conclusion, Tenzing's story serves as a reminder that the way we treat money mirrors the way we interact with the energy of wealth. Keeping money in neglected, forgotten places, like old clothes or pockets, is a sign that we are not fully present with our resources. Just as we would not plant seeds in poor soil and expect them to grow, we should not allow our financial prosperity to wither in the shadows of neglect. By treating money with respect, care, and attention, we can invite abundance into our lives and create a more prosperous future. Thank you for joining us in today's video on the 7 places where keeping money can attract poverty and bad luck. It's a pleasure to have you as part of our community. I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you've experienced anything similar or have your own tips to share. If you're new here, feel free to comment, "I am new," and if you've been with us for a while, let us know with "I am wise." Your engagement not only shows you're here with us, but also inspires us to keep sharing wisdom. 10 ways to keep poverty and bad luck away from you. Buddhist teachings. In the whirlwind of modern life, many of us find ourselves searching for ways to break free from financial struggles, misfortune, and the constant anxiety of uncertainty. What if the answers we seek lie not in material pursuits, but in timeless wisdom passed down through the teachings of the Buddha? Buddhism offers profound insights into how we can cultivate good fortune and steer clear of poverty and bad luck, not just through external actions, but by transforming our inner world. In this journey, we explore 10 powerful practices rooted in Buddhist philosophy that can help you invite prosperity, happiness, and peace into your life. From practicing generosity and building positive relationships to controlling negative emotions and embracing the law of karma, these teachings provide a holistic approach to well-being. They remind us that by aligning our actions, thoughts, and intentions with compassion, mindfulness, and ethical living, we can create a life of abundance where poverty and misfortune have no place. Let's dive into these teachings and discover how you can unlock the flow of positive energy in your life. 1. Practice generosity. The Buddha teaches that giving and sharing are among the most powerful practices for attracting good fortune and keeping poverty and bad luck at bay. By offering your time, resources, or even a kind word to someone in need, you not only help ease their burden, but also cultivate a sense of abundance within yourself. The act of giving is not just about material goods. It's about generosity of spirit. It creates a cycle of goodwill, where the more you give, the more you find yourself receiving in unexpected ways. This is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism. By opening your heart to others, you open yourself to the blessings that naturally follow from kindness and compassion. But how do we truly embrace this in our daily lives? Think about the times when you have shared something with others, whether it was money, food, or simply your time. Didn't it make you feel more connected, more fulfilled? The Buddha reminds us that giving is not only an act of kindness, but also a practice that breaks the chains of attachment and greed. When we are attached to material wealth or to our own comfort, we often close ourselves off to the flow of energy that giving creates. We might fear losing what we have, or worry that helping someone else will leave us with less. But in reality, when we give freely and with a pure heart, we are never diminished. Instead, we experience a sense of expansion, of spirit, of opportunities, of good fortune that comes from selflessness. You may wonder, how does giving prevent bad luck and poverty? When we hoard or cling to what we have, we create a mindset of scarcity. This mindset breeds fear, insecurity, and anxiety, qualities that lead us to make decisions from a place of lack rather than abundance. But when we shift our thinking to one of generosity and abundance, we align ourselves with the natural laws of the universe. By giving, we activate a ripple effect that often brings unexpected opportunities and blessings into our lives. These opportunities may not always be in the form of material wealth. Sometimes they appear as peace of mind, stronger relationships, or even good health. So the question becomes, what can you give today that will help you unlock this flow of positive energy in your life? Additionally, the Buddha's teaching on giving doesn't just focus on wealth or goods. He encourages us to give whatever we can, from a listening ear to a sincere compliment. These small, everyday acts of kindness have the power to create massive shifts in both our personal well-being and the well-being of others. When we are kind, when we offer help without expecting anything in return, we tap into a universal principle that always works in our favor, that the more good we put out into the world, the more good comes back to us. This is karma in action, a cycle of cause and effect that cannot be broken. Another important aspect of this teaching is that giving doesn't just benefit the receiver, it profoundly benefits the giver. Generosity helps to cleanse the mind of selfishness and cultivates compassion, which is one of the key elements to overcoming suffering. When we feel compassion for others, we naturally begin to develop a deeper understanding of their struggles and challenges. This empathy enriches our own life, making us more grounded, less reactive, and more in tune with the present moment. Could it be that the act of giving is not just about helping others, but also about healing and empowering ourselves? As you go about your day, consider the various ways you can give, not just money or material goods, but love, attention, and kindness. The more you give, the more you open the door to receive blessings. The Buddha said, "Happiness never decreases by being shared." This means that when you give, you're not losing anything. In fact, you are gaining everything. You are setting the stage for good fortune to flow into your life, for poverty and bad luck to be kept at bay, and for true happiness to take root. In the end, the lesson is simple yet profound. What you put out into the world will always find its way back to you. If you seek abundance, be abundant in your generosity. If you desire good fortune, create good fortune for others. The real wealth we cultivate is not in our bank accounts or material possessions, but in the richness of spirit we develop through giving. So, what will you choose to give today? 2. Build positive relationships. Building positive relationships is one of the most powerful ways to attract good fortune and steer your life away from poverty and bad luck. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or pull you down, so it's important to be mindful of who you allow into your life. Think about this. Have you ever noticed how your mood and energy change depending on the people you're with? When you're around people who are kind, supportive, and optimistic, you feel inspired, motivated, and full of hope. On the other hand, being around negative or pessimistic individuals can drain your energy and pull you into a cycle of doubt and hardship. This is why Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of positive relationships, because the right people can become a source of strength, guidance, and even good fortune. Now, what does it mean to choose your friends wisely? It's not about judging others or cutting people off, but rather understanding that every relationship has an influence on your mental and spiritual well-being. If you associate with those who practice compassion, generosity, and mindfulness, you are more likely to adopt these same qualities. And when you live in alignment with such values, you naturally create more opportunities for abundance and happiness to flow into your life. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, encourage your growth, and help you stay grounded in difficult times. In Buddhism, there's a saying, "Good friends are the whole of the holy life," meaning that the people you travel through life with have a profound impact on your spiritual journey. Think for a moment. Who in your life makes you feel supported and motivated? Who brings out the best version of you? And more importantly, are there people who seem to consistently bring negativity or stress into your life? Reflecting on this can help you recognize which relationships are truly serving your well-being and which might be holding you back. Building positive relationships doesn't mean seeking perfection in others or expecting them to fulfill all your needs. Instead, it's about nurturing connections where there is mutual respect, understanding, and encouragement. At the heart of all Buddhist teachings is the idea that your external environment, including your relationships, mirrors your internal state. When you cultivate positive, healthy relationships, you're also fostering positivity within yourself. And this positivity acts like a magnet for good luck and prosperity. But here's the key. These relationships require effort. You must also be the type of friend that others would want to have. Are you practicing kindness? Are you showing up with love and patience? Are you encouraging those around you to be their best selves? By nurturing positive relationships, you not only protect yourself from the negative energies that can lead to bad luck and misfortune, but also create a ripple effect of goodness in your community. Life is full of challenges, but having a circle of people who uplift and inspire you can make all the difference. So ask yourself, how can you be more intentional about the relationships you keep? How can you bring more positivity into both your life and the lives of those around you? Remember, good fortune isn't just about material wealth. It's about the richness of the connections we build and the love we share with others. In the end, the lesson is simple but profound. Surround yourself with positivity, and you'll find that your life becomes a reflection of that energy. Relationships, when chosen and nurtured carefully, can be one of the greatest blessings on your path to happiness, prosperity, and spiritual growth. So take time today to appreciate the positive people in your life and consider how you can strengthen those bonds for a brighter, luck-filled future. 3. Stay away from negative emotions like anger and jealousy. In life, the energy we project often comes back to us, shaping our experiences and influencing our fortunes. The Buddha once said, "You are what you think. All that you are arises from your thoughts. With your thoughts, you make the world." This teaching highlights the profound influence of our mind on our circumstances. One of the first steps to keeping poverty and bad luck away is learning to control negative emotions like anger, jealousy, and resentment. These feelings can cloud our judgment and lead us into harmful patterns. Holding on to anger or jealousy not only affects your relationships and peace of mind, but can also drain your energy and keep you stuck in a negative mindset, ultimately hindering your progress in life. It is crucial to cultivate emotional resilience and practice letting go of grudges, which will allow you to open yourself up to prosperity and happiness. In modern life, where challenges often feel overwhelming, it's easy to fall into a mindset of scarcity and frustration. However, embracing compassion and kindness can reverse this trend. A famous Buddhist saying goes, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule." When we foster feelings of compassion and forgiveness towards others, we not only improve our relationships, but also attract more positive outcomes in our lives. Letting go of negative emotions creates space for clarity, creativity, and solutions, which are the very tools you need to overcome financial difficulties and invite abundance. By aligning your actions with a mindset of love and generosity, you become more receptive to opportunities that can lead to success. Another key aspect of maintaining good fortune is the practice of mindfulness. In our fast-paced world, we often get distracted by the noise of daily life and lose sight of our goals. As the Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." Mindfulness keeps you grounded, allowing you to make better decisions about your finances and your life path. When you focus on the present, you can clearly assess your resources and act wisely. This awareness can prevent impulsive spending or decisions made out of fear and anxiety, both of which can lead to financial struggles. Instead, mindfulness encourages careful, intentional actions that build long-term stability and success. In addition, practicing gratitude can shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. Many people overlook the power of gratitude in attracting good fortune. By appreciating what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. A saying by Lao Tzu, a great Eastern philosopher, reminds us, "He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough." When you cultivate contentment, you release the fear of never having enough, which paradoxically makes it easier to attract more prosperity into your life. This mindset enables you to make wiser financial choices and approach your work or business with a positive, open heart, which in turn draws success. Lastly, living in harmony with others and maintaining ethical behavior is essential to keeping bad luck and poverty at bay. The law of karma is deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings and reminds us that our actions, whether good or bad, eventually return to us. The Buddha taught, "The wise man makes an island of himself that no flood can overwhelm." This means that through virtuous actions, you create a foundation of stability in your life that protects you from the storms of misfortune. Being honest, generous, and kind in your dealings with others builds a network of support and goodwill that can help you through tough times, opening the door to opportunities and assistance when you need them most. In conclusion, by letting go of anger and envy, practicing compassion, mindfulness, and gratitude, and living a life grounded in ethical behavior, you not only protect yourself from the pitfalls of poverty and bad luck, but also open up a path to peace, prosperity, and well-being. In the modern world, where distractions and negative influence of... If you've watched this far, you're already taking the first steps to keep poverty and bad luck away from your life through Buddhist wisdom. Comment below with "Fortune ahead" to affirm your dedication to these powerful teachings. Don't leave just yet. There are still more valuable insights ahead to help you attract prosperity and well-being. Stay until the end to unlock the full path to a life of abundance and good fortune. 4. Actively cultivate and learn. Actively cultivating and learning are essential practices for keeping both poverty and bad luck at bay, as taught in Buddhist teachings. This form of cultivation is not limited to spiritual growth alone, but extends to every part of your life, including personal development, relationships, and even how you navigate challenges. Think about the moments in life when things didn't go as planned. How often do we see failures as setbacks instead of opportunities for growth? Buddhist wisdom encourages us to embrace these moments as vital learning experiences. Every failure is a teacher, pointing out areas where we can improve. By reflecting on our mistakes and the experiences of others, we can gain the insight needed to avoid the same pitfalls in the future. Have you ever paused to ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? Or, how can I grow from this? These kinds of questions open your mind to learning, shifting your perspective from frustration to opportunity. Learning from others is another key part of this practice. In a world where people have walked various paths before you, why not take the opportunity to learn from their experiences? When we humble ourselves and seek knowledge from those who have faced similar challenges, we allow ourselves to grow more efficiently and avoid unnecessary suffering. This humility in learning helps us recognize that we don't have to face life's difficulties alone. Wisdom comes not only from what you experience, but also from being open to the lessons others are willing to share. This can come from reading books, listening to wise teachings, or simply observing the way others handle their trials. Do you actively seek knowledge from those who have already achieved what you aim for? Or are you trapped in the mindset of thinking you need to figure everything out on your own? Real growth happens when you combine your experiences with the wisdom of others. In Buddhist practice, there's a beautiful concept of continuous self-improvement, which is often linked to the idea of mindfulness. Being present in the moment, fully aware of your actions, thoughts, and their consequences, helps you stay on a path of constant learning. When you cultivate mindfulness, you naturally become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses. This awareness can be the turning point in making better decisions that steer you away from bad luck or unfortunate outcomes. In what areas of your life can you become more mindful, more aware, and more willing to change? By paying close attention to your habits, thoughts, and patterns, you can begin to reshape your life in meaningful ways. Every step in your personal growth not only shields you from future hardship, but also builds a foundation for a life of abundance and good fortune. The true essence of this Buddhist teaching is to never stop learning and improving, whether you're learning from your own mistakes, those of others, or through mindful self-reflection. This active pursuit of knowledge is your greatest shield against bad luck and poverty. It's important to remind yourself that this process of cultivation is lifelong. There's no finish line in the pursuit of wisdom, only continuous growth. So, as you go through life, remain curious, ask yourself hard questions, and always be open to the lessons that come your way, no matter how difficult they may seem. The lessons you learn today will save you from hardship tomorrow, and the wisdom you cultivate will serve as the key to a more prosperous and fortunate life. 5. Practice meditation. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools you can use to keep poverty and bad luck away from you. When you practice meditation, you create space within your mind for clarity and calmness, allowing you to make wiser decisions in everyday life. You see, life is full of distractions, temptations, and moments that can lead you astray, whether it's poor financial choices or emotional reactions that cause unnecessary conflict. But when you meditate, you slow down, you breathe deeply, and with every breath, you let go of the chaos that clouds your judgment. This inner stillness allows you to connect with yourself on a deeper level and find solutions to your challenges that you may not have seen before. Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." This profound wisdom reminds us that the answers to life's difficulties are not always found outside of ourselves, in material wealth or external circumstances, but rather within our own minds and hearts. A clear and calm mind is a powerful shield against bad luck, as it prevents you from acting impulsively or out of fear. Instead, meditation helps you develop patience and resilience, which are essential when navigating life's inevitable ups and downs. When you're centered, you avoid making rash decisions that could lead to financial strain or emotional setbacks. You become more mindful of the choices you make, and over time, this mindfulness helps you cultivate positive habits that lead to greater prosperity. Have you ever noticed that when you're anxious or stressed, it feels like everything goes wrong? It's as though your own mindset attracts misfortune, but when you're calm and collected, even the most challenging situations seem manageable and solutions come to you more easily. Meditation is not about escaping reality or avoiding life's problems. It's about approaching life with a balanced mind, free from unnecessary mental clutter. It helps you tune into the present moment, where real change happens, and it empowers you to act from a place of wisdom rather than fear. And so, I invite you to reflect. How might your life change if you started each day with just a few minutes of meditation? How could a calmer mind help you avoid the traps of poverty and misfortune? Remember, meditation is not a quick fix, but a lifelong practice that strengthens your inner foundation, helping you face life's uncertainties with grace and confidence. It's a practice that enriches your life, not just spiritually, but practically, as it fosters a mindset of abundance and clarity. By cultivating inner peace, you create a ripple effect of positive energy that attracts good fortune, success, and happiness. And isn't that what we all seek? Freedom from suffering and a life filled with peace and prosperity. 6. Maintain a clean and tidy living environment. Maintaining a clean and tidy living environment is essential not only for your physical well-being, but also for attracting good fortune and positive energy into your life. In Buddhist teachings, our external surroundings often reflect our internal state of mind. When we live in a cluttered, disorganized environment, it can lead to feelings of confusion, stress, and stagnation, which blocks the flow of positive energy. A clean home, on the other hand, allows your mind to be clear and focused, creating space for new opportunities and good luck to enter. The Buddha once said, "A disciplined mind brings happiness." In the same way, a disciplined and orderly living space fosters peace and invites prosperity. Keeping your home clean and free of clutter is more than just a physical act. It is a spiritual practice that symbolizes the removal of obstacles and negativity. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to overlook the importance of our surroundings, but making the effort to maintain a clean space is a powerful way to take control of your life and ward off misfortune. Whether it is organizing your belongings, regularly cleaning your living area, or simply keeping things in their proper place, each act contributes to a sense of harmony and order. This habit not only boosts your energy, but also improves your mental clarity, making it easier to focus on your goals and attract success. Just as we declutter our homes, we should also seek to declutter our minds by letting go of worries and unnecessary distractions. When our living space is in harmony, it becomes easier to cultivate positive thoughts, develop mindfulness, and make wise decisions, all of which contribute to a prosperous and fortunate life. Therefore, let your home be a reflection of the peace and prosperity you wish to invite into your life. For, as the old Zen saying goes, "The way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart." By taking care of your environment, you take care of your heart, and this simple yet profound practice can help keep poverty and bad luck at bay. By staying with us this far, you've already embraced the Buddhist path to keep misfortune at bay. Type "blessings await" in the comments to show your commitment to these transformative lessons. Keep watching. There are more profound teachings ahead that will guide you toward a life free from bad luck and filled with prosperity. 7. Avoid harming living beings. When we reflect on the teachings of the Buddha, one of the core principles is to avoid harming living beings. This lesson may seem simple, but it carries deep significance in shaping the kind of life we live and the energy we put into the world. When we harm others, whether they are human, animals, or even the smallest creatures, we create negative karma, a force that not only affects those we harm, but also rebounds onto us, influencing the circumstances of our own lives. According to the Buddha, every action we take, no matter how small, ripples out into the world and eventually comes back to us. This is why it's so important to practice compassion and respect for all forms of life. Have you ever stopped to consider how your actions toward others, especially the most vulnerable beings, could impact your own life's journey? By avoiding harm to any living being, you align yourself with the flow of positive karma, attracting good fortune and steering clear of hardship, including poverty and bad luck. While it may seem like a small act, even the choice to be kind to animals or to avoid unnecessary harm in daily life can set powerful forces in motion. Think about how the simple act of refraining from cruelty can lead to a more peaceful and prosperous life. Not only does it promote harmony with others, but it also fosters inner peace. In doing so, we create a foundation for a life free from the turbulence that bad karma can bring. It's important to recognize that causing harm isn't always about direct violence. It can also come from neglect, indifference, or actions that contribute to suffering in less obvious ways. For example, supporting industries that exploit or harm animals, or ignoring the impact of our choices on the environment, also generates negative energy that can come back to affect us. We may not always realize it, but our daily decisions hold the potential to either uplift or harm the world around us. So, the question is, what kind of energy are you putting out into the world? Are you contributing to the suffering of other beings, or are you actively choosing kindness and compassion? The Buddha's teachings remind us that we are all interconnected. Every living being plays a role in the larger web of life, and our well-being is tied to the well-being of others. By choosing not to harm, we honor this connection, creating a world where both we and others can thrive. This approach helps us avoid the accumulation of bad karma, which can manifest in various forms, including financial struggles, emotional difficulties, and even unexpected setbacks. When we choose compassion over harm, we break the cycle of negativity and open the door to abundance and peace. In the end, the lesson here is clear. By avoiding harm to others, we not only create a more compassionate world, but also protect ourselves from the consequences of bad karma. Ask yourself, how can you bring more kindness into your daily life? How can you ensure that your actions contribute to the well-being of all living beings? By reflecting on these questions and making small but meaningful changes, you align yourself with the principles of good karma, setting the stage for a life of prosperity, peace, and positive energy. 8. Be content and avoid greed. In life, it's easy to get caught up in the desire for more wealth, more possessions, more success. But according to Buddhist teachings, greed is one of the fundamental causes of suffering. It creates a sense of dissatisfaction and unrest, pulling you further away from happiness and deeper into the cycle of desire. When you're constantly chasing after things, never satisfied with what you have, it becomes a never-ending pursuit. As Buddha said, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. So, how can you escape this cycle and keep bad luck and misfortune at bay? The answer lies in embracing contentment and simplicity. Imagine for a moment that you're on a journey, carrying a heavy load. The more you pick up along the way, the heavier your burden becomes. Eventually, it becomes so overwhelming that you can no longer move forward. This is what happens when greed takes over your life. You keep accumulating material possessions, thinking they will bring you happiness, but instead, they weigh you down, leaving you feeling more stressed and less content. True happiness comes from appreciating what you already have, not from constantly wanting more. By living simply, you lighten your load and free yourself from the worries that often accompany wealth and material desires. Being content doesn't mean you shouldn't strive for a better life. It means recognizing that while material things can make life more comfortable, they aren't the source of lasting joy. If you allow greed to dominate your thinking, you'll always feel that something is missing, that what you have is never enough. And when you live in a state of constant lack, you invite bad luck and misfortune into your life. Reflect on this. Have you ever noticed how the more you focus on what you don't have, the more problems seem to arise? That's because your energy is directed towards a sense of deficiency rather than abundance. So, how do you cultivate contentment in your life? Start by practicing gratitude. Every day, take a moment to reflect on the things you have that bring you joy, whether it's a loving family, a warm home, or simply the fact that you have enough to eat. By shifting your focus from what's missing to what's already present, you create a mindset of abundance. As Buddha wisely said, contentment is the greatest treasure. This treasure is available to everyone, regardless of their material wealth. It's a mindset that not only brings inner peace, but also repels bad luck by allowing you to be fully present and appreciative of the moment. Ask yourself, what are the things in your life that you are grateful for right now? How often do you pause to appreciate them? By fostering contentment and letting go of greed, you protect yourself from the negativity that comes with endless desire. Living simply and being content with what you have is one of the surest ways to lead a peaceful and prosperous life, free from the burdens of misfortune and the constant chase for more. Remember, true wealth isn't measured by how much you accumulate, but by how deeply you can appreciate what you already possess. 9. Follow the law of karma. When we think about the law of karma, we're reminded that every action we take, whether good or bad, carries with it consequences that ripple through our lives. This idea is at the core of Buddhist teachings and serves as a powerful guide for anyone wanting to keep poverty and bad luck at bay. Living ethically, doing good, and consciously avoiding harm not only fosters a life of peace and harmony, but also invites prosperity into our lives. The Buddha himself said, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become." This profound quote reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality, just as our actions shape our destiny. To follow the law of karma effectively, you must be mindful of the energy you put into the world. When you act with kindness, generosity, and integrity, you create positive energy that returns to you in various ways, be it in relationships, financial security, or personal well-being. Conversely, harmful actions, whether through deceit, greed, or selfishness, lead to suffering and misfortune. It's not merely about avoiding obvious wrongs, but about cultivating a lifestyle where goodness is your default setting. As modern men navigating the complexities of today's world, you might be dealing with stress from work, financial pressures, or family responsibilities. Yet, even in these challenges, it's essential to act with moral integrity. How you handle these pressures speaks volumes about your character and will directly influence the quality of your life moving forward. Remember, the seeds of good karma are planted in the smallest actions: how you treat the people around you, the sincerity you bring to your work, and the generosity you show in moments of opportunity. In today's fast-paced world, we're often tempted to take shortcuts, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth. These shortcuts might offer temporary gains, but they often leave lasting consequences that pull us back into cycles of hardship and negativity. As Confucius once wisely said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." This reminds us that lasting success and the avoidance of bad fortune come from steady, ethical work, building your life piece by piece, ensuring that your foundation is solid and rooted in virtue. In a practical sense, following the law of karma means living a life of service, where your focus isn't only on your own benefit, but also on uplifting others. This can take many forms, from offering help to a colleague in need, being a present and supportive father or husband, or even making business decisions that prioritize fairness over profit. In doing so, you not only secure your own future but create a network of goodwill around you, a safety net of sorts, which can catch you when times get tough. This is how karma works. What you give to the world will give back to you. For those looking to avoid poverty and bad luck, embracing karma means being mindful of every decision you make. By understanding that every moment presents an opportunity to either add to your store of positive karma or deplete it, you become more intentional in your actions. Lao Tzu's words, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step," remind us that even the smallest positive action can shift the trajectory of our lives towards abundance and good fortune. By aligning your actions with the principles of karma, you ensure that your life is moving in the right direction, avoiding pitfalls of bad luck and welcoming prosperity, peace, and fulfillment. Thank you for staying with me through the end of this video. I hope these insights have helped you better understand how the places where we keep our money can influence our prosperity and well-being. Remember, just as energy flows freely, so should our relationship with wealth, allowing abundance and good fortune to enter our lives. If you found value in this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom for more insightful content. Also, be sure to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Together, let's continue to embrace wisdom and attract positive energy into our lives. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.